On a quiet December morning in 2024, South Burlington, Vermont was preparing for another day of holiday shopping. University Mall, usually filled with families, shoppers, and early morning employees, was silent. No one knew that inside those doors, a man had slipped into the mall long before sunrise. And by the time police arrived, the holiday lights weren't the only thing glowing. There was smoke, there was destruction. And somewhere inside the building, there was someone laughing. Today, on 24 Hours Crime, we're breaking down the strange case of William Cole, a 38-year-old man whose early morning rampage turned a holiday shopping center into a crime scene. From vandalism to fire to a criminal history stretching back years, this story is about more than a broken window. It's about what can happen when a person completely loses control. So let's begin. It was a little after 6 a.m. when South Burlington police received a call from University Mall employees. They reported something unusual, smoke coming from inside the building even though the mall wasn't open yet at first. Employees thought maybe a machine had overheated or a small electrical problem had occurred. But then they noticed something impossible to ignore, a shattered glass door. Someone had broken into the mall. Within minutes, police officers and firefighters were on scene. Holiday decorations still hung over the food court. Stores were dark, and somewhere in the silence, there was noise, crashing, banging. Something being destroyed. Officers knew they weren't dealing with a simple break-in. They were dealing with someone who was still inside.
Police department! Police!
With firefighters standing by, officers approached one of the stores where the noise was coming from. They knocked, they announced themselves, and they warned whoever was inside to come out with their hands up. But nothing happened. They ordered the person to show their hands. Still nothing. At one point, officers believed they heard someone laughing. Inside the store, glass displays were shattered. Merchandise was thrown everywhere. Whoever was in there wasn't just hiding, they were destroying everything around them. Police broke a window to make entry, and as they searched deeper inside, they found a trail. Not footprints, but blood. Drops leading from the shattered entrance, through the mall, and into the back of a Hot Topic retail store. That's where they found him.
South Burlington police, make yourself known.
You want to keep eyes that way?
Police department! Hey! Come out! Please show us your hands!
South Burlington police, make yourself known. Come out with your hands up. Come out with your hands up.
Sitting inside a back office, refusing to move, was a 38-year-old man later identified as William Cole. Officers ordered him to show his hands. No response. They ordered him to stand up. He refused. They warned him they needed to get him out safely. He didn't listen. He laughed, answered questions with strange comments, and acted like the situation was some kind of joke. Even the officers, trained to stay calm in extreme situations, noticed something unsettling. His mood was unpredictable. He seemed disconnected not just from the officers, but from reality. Eventually, police convinced him to walk out. Slowly, he crawled and then stood, keeping his hands visible. Officers detained him, called medical responders, and checked him for injuries. When they asked what happened, his answer was simple. I partied all night. That was fun.
Police!
Police!
Hey, show us your hands right now. Show us your hands. Come to me. Come to me.
William, come towards us. Who's William Cole? 6'6". William Cole.
Come out. Yep, get out of the office.
Will, hands on top of it. Get up. Will, get up.
We need you to come out right now. We're gonna get him out. You get him on his knees or prone him out.
Will, get up. Get up.
Yes, you can, Bill. Let's go. We need you to get out of there.
Will, get up. Let's go.
Let's go. We're gonna need some help. Let's go. Okay, good.
We need to get those hands clean for you.
Yeah, I can't hurt no one, you know?
Okay, hands on top of your head.
What if I'm in this crossfire?
Hands on top of your head. Put that down.
Put that down. Nothing in your hands.
I'm not gonna hurt you guys.
I know you won't.
Get out of that room.
I'm here, Will.
We'll walk towards us,
You have
okay?
cuts. We need to get you checked out by the fire
I
department.
know
Okay?
what this thing.
This is so much fun, dude.
Yeah. Okay. Hands on top of your head. Get on your knees.
There you go. Okay, don't move.
Yes, sir.
6'6", 9'6".
I need some light.
That was so fun.
Let's go.
Where? Yeah.
We need to get you.
That was fun, dude. I made it far. What happened? Smoke? Too many kids on fire. I partied all night, dude. That was fun, dude. Oh my god. In the ambulance?
Criminal mischief? Yes. Because I'm saying he's done more than $1,000 worth of damage to this place.
Once William was secured and removed from the mall, police began assessing what he had done. Surveillance footage captured him entering the building after smashing the glass door. Once inside, he didn't steal anything. He wasn't looking for money or valuables. He was destroying. Kiosks were overturned. Store windows were smashed. Displays were ruined. Restaurant equipment was damaged. Several businesses suffered thousands of dollars in losses before the sun even came up. In total, investigators estimated over $40,000 in damage to the mall. But that wasn't the most dangerous part. Inside the food court, police discovered a trash can that had been set on fire. Thankfully, the fire didn't spread far. Firefighters confirmed that if the flames had reached holiday decorations or nearby wiring, the entire mall could have gone up. This wasn't just vandalism, it was a potentially deadly arson attempt. While inside, officers noticed blood on the ground. At first, they weren't sure where it came from. Then they realized the shattered glass entrance. They believed William cut himself while breaking into the mall, and that blood trail is what led them straight to him. Without it, the mole is large enough that he could have stayed hidden even longer.
Where we found him, let's just get that, and then honestly, like, a pretty... I think we should get the picture of, like, in that back room.
Can't go into here.
Get what you can with, like, lighting, like... And, like... We also have body cam.
If this had been William's first crime, investigators might have assumed it was a one-time incident. But it WASN, single quotes to don't. 1 month of a much longer story, 1 month earlier, in Essex Junction, Vermont, William was arrested for trying to set another building on fire. When officers arrived at that scene, they found a burning rug outside an apartment building and William nearby. He later admitted to setting leaves on fire inside a mailbox attached to the same building, and trying to force entry through the front door. It didn't stop there. According to police, William has been a person of interest in multiple arson cases across Vermont dating all the way back to the year 2000. His criminal record was extensive. 6 failures to appear in court for felony charges. With 1 felony conviction, 19 misdemeanor charges. With 4 misdemeanor convictions, this wasn't a man with a bad day. This was someone with a long history of destructive and unpredictable behavior. After the mall incident, many expected William to be charged with arson. But he wasn't. Instead, he was charged with 1 count of burglary, even though he set a fire inside the mall. Prosecutors chose not to pursue arson in this specific case. William later pleaded guilty and was released on conditions, including a required mental health evaluation. To many people, the outcome seemed confusing. Why would someone who caused so much damage and endangered so many people be released? The truth is, cases like this fall into a gray area somewhere between crime and crisis. Officers who responded to the mall described William's behavior as unsettling. He laughed during destructive moments. He ignored danger. He seemed completely detached from reality, like the damage didn't matter. That kind of laugh, the one caught on body camera, isn't joy. It's something broken, something unstable, something you can't predict. Police aren't psychologists. They're trained to stop danger, not diagnose what caused it. And when someone acts this way, it becomes hard to tell where criminal intent ends and mental collapse begins. Some people set fires to hide evidence. Others set fires to feel powerful, and some set fires because they've lost touch with reality. It's not always about the flames. Sometimes it's about pain. Pain that no one sees. Pain that explodes outward as destruction. Most people watching the news only see the crime. They don't see the crisis behind it. When officers walked through the mall that morning, flashlights cutting through smoke and shattered glass, they weren't thinking about the holiday season. They were thinking about safety, about danger, and about how unpredictable a person can become when they cross the line between rational and irrational. Some people break the law calmly, others lose control and stop seeing consequences at all. That it could be a match, it could be a match, it could be a punch. It could be a trigger. The moment someone stops caring about what happens next, that's when people get hurt. On that December morning, the damage was repaired. Stores were cleaned. Shattered glass was replaced. The mall reopened. Shoppers came back. But for law enforcement, this case stays with them, not because of the property damage, but because of what it represented. A man with a long history of chaotic behavior, a trail of previous fires, a mall filled with smoke, and a laugh that didn't sound like joy but like something fractured. William Cole walked out of the mall in handcuffs, but the story didn't end there. A judge released him under conditions and ordered a mental health evaluation. Whether that evaluation changed anything, no one knows yet. What we do know is this: the difference between a close call and a tragedy can be seconds, inches, or one small fire that spreads just a little too far. And on that morning, Vermont got lucky. This is 24 Hours Crime. If you found this case interesting, make sure to subscribe for more real-world criminal breakdowns told with respect, accuracy, and detail. Stay safe, stay aware, and we'll see you in the next one.